My name is James Williams Jr., and this is part 2 about racism. So, when I was younger, I worked at Kegler's. And as a young man who wasn't having sex like he wanted to, whose girlfriends were cheating on him left and right, they wouldn't give him sex, but they were giving it to somebody because they sure as hell wasn't giving it to me. And stuff. Now, I worked at Kegler's, and every time I worked there, there would always be a Summer's Eve commercial or something coming on. And here I am, 15, 16 years old, and I'm making fun of this commercial. I'm singing along, ain't nobody's business but her own, that kind of shit. So this guy that worked with me, I'm going to leave his name off, just know that it starts with a D. His last name starts with a T, and no, it's not Donald Trump. I've never worked with that fucker, and if I'm lucky, I never will have to. So, I'm at Kegler's and I'm working. I was a dishwasher. And he came up to me and said, you should stop picking on women and stuff like that. And I said, Psh, what the fuck for? I'm a teenager. And this made me grow up really, really fucking fast. So he said, you ever heard of this movie called The Watermelon Man? And I said, no. Is this a movie about a black man that's eating watermelon? Because my blindness and my ignorance, I thought it was going to be some pro-racist movie about black people and watermelon. Well, here's the thing. I don't give a flying fuck who you are. Everybody of every ethnicity love watermelon. Okay? They do. They don't have to admit it, but they do. So, I'm telling them, no, I ain't never seen The Watermelon Man. The hell I want to watch? I like to eat watermelon. I don't fucking watch somebody else eat that shit. So, I find The Watermelon Man, and I watch The Watermelon Man. And this movie starts off with this white dude that is the most racist asshat ever. Now, DT wanted me to watch this movie so that I could stop picking on girls. He said, you might wake up one morning and you're the girl with the bloody pussy and the stinky pussy that you're laughing about right now. And it never dawned on me until I seen The Watermelon Man that he very well could be right. See, a lot of people don't learn lessons very well. I learned them exceptionally well. So I went home and watched The Watermelon Man. Next day I came back to work. I apologized to him for all the times that I sung the Summer's Eve commercial. For all the times that I said something about chicks and vaginas and making fun of Mother Nature. Because in The Watermelon Man, this white dude lost everything. He cussed out black people. He called them niggers. He called chinks chinks. And one day, God decided, nah, motherfucker, you're about to live that life. All the people that you pretty much insulted. Yeah. So he went to bed one night. He had made love to his wife before he went to bed. He woke up. He was no longer white. He was a black man. At first, the first couple of days, that shit was pretty cool. His wife had a black white husband. Everything was lit. They didn't go into sex on that, but I'm pretty sure she was thrilled to be seen with a black man. And this movie is like in the late 70s, but based like in the 50s or the 60s or some shit like that. So that was really thrilling. Then he used to make fun of the black man who had to run for the bus, and then he was the black man who had to run for the bus. And then it was like, well, you're who the hell are you? They didn't know who the hell he was. The only person who knew who he was his wife. So, like I said, this woke me up to a lot of shit. So whenever the Summer's Eve commercials came on, I didn't say anything. And they had a big ass TV in the bar. It was pretty big. Bigger than what I've got right now. But it wasn't a flat screen, because flat screens didn't exist. So it was a pretty big ass TV. And the thing was always on, until we ended the shift. So after watching that and learning that lesson, I've never made fun of anybody else, anyone else, because God forbid that I wake up and be an ugly woman, alright, with a very smelly vagina. Now, mind you, I was always making fun of that. And the women in the video, they weren't ugly, but I was ugly because I was being a douchebag full of dick tips. So I grew up out of that, and then I never made fun of anyone else. But see, I had been made fun of all my life. So naturally, I wanted to be with the power and be on top to make fun of other things. But then I got serious and I grew the fuck fuck up. And when I realized that there's a moral right and a wrong, you know, I decided to go more towards the right. Now here's the thing, you know, I respect women. I didn't respect the female body form at that part because as a teenager, all a man ever wants to do with the female body part is stick a stick in there. You know, and that's the truth in a nutshell. That's 1,000% of the truth right there. You can ask any young man from 15 to 17 or 15 to 18, when you see a girl, what do you want to do? And they're going to say one of two things. If they haven't eaten pussy before, they're going to want to try it. It's good. But if they've had sex before, they're going to be like, oh, I want to smash that ass. And now, at 43, the difference is I've grown up a lot. You know, I've grown up to know that there are things that you just don't say, you just don't do, and that you don't make fun of things that can't be helped. Alright? For all the women out here that have offended, women are born to be man's gift from God. Even though some of you are monsters, you're born to be a gift from God so that you can give us sons and daughters. Now, when I was 15 to 17, I didn't know that. I just knew that it gets hard, it goes in pussy, bust one and come on out. But then I also knew that there's consequences with that. It's called teenage pregnancy, and I wasn't trying to be no damn daddy, so I rock condoms everywhere. I still got condoms. Go nowhere without condoms. Got condoms in the car, condoms in my pocket, condoms in that bag behind me there. Because you don't go anywhere without condoms, because, you know, you don't want to have a baby with just anybody. Women need to be taught this lesson too. You should probably not go anywhere without condoms, because no one wants to be stuck with somebody for the rest of their fucking life who doesn't want to be a fucking baby daddy. Alright? Now, after seeing the Watermelon Man, it changed me to the point where, you know, I need to be more careful of what I say. Because nobody has the power like God does that can just flip your world all to hell. And, you know, if you're running around, you're saying bad things about women, you could come out the next morning and be that same damn woman you were talking about. Then you guys see the hot chick with, comedian with the red hair, I can't think of his name. They'll maybe beat you with a leg that doesn't work because I'll do it. That guy. The animal. Somebody will figure out what I'm talking about. But anyway. You know, you live and you learn. And experience will always be your only teacher. Because people can teach you lessons, but you don't really learn the lessons until you walk in that person's shoes. So like I said, you know, there are more forms of racism and prejudice than you think. But kids do not know that shit until we teach them that shit. So I have a little niece or two that I put on the bus. They go to school with young Mexican kids. And I tell them, you know, that young Mexican kid may one day be your boyfriend. I don't want to date him. I said, well, let me tell you something. If you throw away somebody because of their race or their ethnicity and you don't want to date them because of that, you're missing out. It's just that simple. You're missing out. And why are you missing out? Because you're being a douchebag and you're thinking, I don't want to date him because he doesn't look like me. Well, here's the thing. Most of the people that don't look like you will probably treat you better than most of the people that do look like you. And then you'll get stuck with them and you'll have their baby and they'll be running around making other babies with other chicks while your dumb ass is taking care of their baby because you're a fucking idiot. So sometimes it's okay to date out of your ethnicity. Because you might actually find someone who's going to love you unconditionally and treat you like the queen that you're supposed to be. But if you want to be a douchebag and you want to date somebody who looks like you and then they're going to treat you like dog shit, well, hey, Uncle James tried to warn you. So, like I said, kids don't know racism until we teach them. And once we teach them, that's when it becomes a fucking problem. So here's a tip. Stop teaching kids to be racist. Why don't you try teaching them to be empathy or sympathy? Things... Fuck that. Why don't you try teaching them how to care about their fellow human being and not see race or color? Alright, because race and color, that's something that no one can change. There has not been a time, well, I'm sure, that a black dude who has seen a sexy white chick who says, I can't date you because you're black, and that has been an experience for me. That's the only time I've ever said, damn, I wish I was white. It's the only time. The only fucking time. When I know this beautiful white girl can't date me because I'm colored. Or when I'm with this beautiful Asian girl, but she can't date me because I'm colored. She can date me in secret while we're in college together, but she can't date me because her family does not approve of that shit. So her family would rather her be with someone who's Asian that would probably beat her ass than be with someone who's not Asian who will treat her like the queen that she's supposed to be to him. Okay? And that works for black guys and black girls as well. No. Most of my interracial relationships with girls when I was in high school, they only dated me because I was of color. No. They didn't date me because they loved me. They dated me because their friends were doing it. It's pretty much the gist of it. It was just a fad. Now, I say this because those girls cheated on me with other dudes of color. They looked like me. I wanted to take it slow so I wouldn't seem like I was a rapist. And they wanted to move fast. Well, all they had to do was say, look, we're fucking. Period. No, they didn't want to do that because I wanted to be the relationship guy. I wanted to be the guy who goes from the 9th grade to the 12th grade with one girlfriend. Because as ugly as I am, I believe that was the only shot that I had at having any sex, was to actually have a girlfriend who would actually participate willingly in giving me sex. And we could go to prom and all these other glorious things together. It's kind of a shame when reality slapped me in the face and they said, hey James, I'm really only dating you because my friends are dating black guys and I wanted to follow them and be in the bandwagon. I'm not dating you because I love you, I'm just dating you because you're black. Or passing as black so that I can be with a guy of color just like she is or my other two friends are because it's the thing to do. Feelings are still kind of hurt about that. If you're only dating me because your friends are dating black dudes, that's not fair. No, that shit's not cool. So what if I'm only dating you because all my black friends are dating Asian chicks or white chicks or Mexican chicks? No, I'm dating you because I think you're interesting and that I should fall in love with you and live happily ever after. That's what my whole plan of dating a chick is. However, that's not their plan. It pays to know these things before you get into bed with people or before you make a life. These things do help you in the long run. I'm sorry, I was 100% honest with you on that. But here's the thing. It spins all the way back around to childhood. Your education first starts at home. Mom and dad should teach you how to read by reading you stories at night. Or teaching you how to read by making you read them stories at night. Hop on pop. Dr. Seuss is an easy read for kids between 3 and 5. Right? Probably shouldn't be in advanced stuff like I was in comic books with Jonah Hex and then the X-Men and Spider-Man and shit. But no, Hop on Pop, Green Eggs and Ham, good starter books. But how do you prevent your child from becoming a racist? As an adult, you have to teach them the truth. There are good and bad people. Their ethnicity should not matter. If you bump into a bad Native American, that does not mean all Native Americans are bad. If you bump into a bad white person, that does not mean all white people are bad. If you bump into a bad black person, that does not mean all black people are bad. But we have to teach our children right from wrong. Period. We have to teach them how to be empathetic and sympathetic at the same time as teaching them morally rights and wrongs. Because as a child grows up, it's when they learn how to be a racist. But in those pure ages from 4 to 10, while they have all these friends and stuff at school, they have multi-different cultures to be exposed to, they're innocent until we fuck them up. So here's my tip as I close out. Stop making your kids racist so they will have some kind of future in this world where everyone can get along and don't see race, color, or creed, or sexuality. Once we establish that there are good people, gay and straight, there are good people, black, white, and Asian, and we need to look for the good in everyone, even those guys who are a little bit like me that's a little rough around the edges. There is good in us somewhere. So once you find it out, then you can work on that problem before you work on the other problems. So until we can figure out how to do that without being douchebags for the dick tips, I'm James Williams Jr. This is Kung Fu Habit number 2, and I hope that I taught you guys something. If I didn't teach you anything else, I hope that I taught you something. I'm James Williams Jr. This is Kung Fu Habit number 2. Be seeing you.